In Israel, at least 3 people have been killed in what the police suspects to be a Palestinian attack. A manhunt has been launched into the deadly attack in the central city of Elad, which happened on Israel's Independence Day. Health officials also say that 3 others were being treated with serious wounds. Witnesses and emergency responders said that the attackers used axes. The police investigators and ambulances were at the scene of the attack, and the police set up roadblocks to try to catch the assailants who fled the scene. Elad's mayor urged residents to stay indoors while the security forces were still operating on ground. It remains unclear how the violence unfolded in the first place, but the authorities said that a pair of Palestinian attackers went on a stabbing rampage before fleeing on a vehicle. The police have now launched a manhunt.
הבן שלי שהיה בחוץ, מחוץ למבנה, נכנס פנימה וצעק שיש מחבלים בחוץ. יצאנו החוצה וראינו אותם מבצעים את זממם ופוגעים באנשים. מה שקורה, אני רצתי למאבטח אשר קיבל גרזן בראש וביצעתי פה טיפול ראשוני וחסמתי לו את זרימת הדם. ובמקביל, החבר'ה שהיו בשיעור רצו אחרי המחבלים על מנת לתפוס אותם.
About several crime scenes in the city of Elad. We have, unfortunately, we have 3 dead people, 3 dead citizens, and several wounded that were taken to hospital. Right now, we are searching for the terrorist. We do not have full indication if it's one terrorist or more. We are conducting a chase after him. We have a helicopter with us, and we are setting roadblocks in order to catch him.
Pointing to possible Palestinian suspects, the Defense Minister Benny Gantz announced new measures to stop the suspects from escaping and traveling to the occupied West Bank. Gantz also announced that a closure of the West Bank would remain in force through Sunday. Condemning the attack, Israel's Foreign Minister Yair Lapid said that the joy of Independence Day had been interrupted in an instant. The U.S. State Department also condemned the deadly attack.
It is something that we would condemn in the strongest terms. Our commitment to our Israeli partners, to Israel's security, that is ironclad and will provide any and all assistance that may be required in this case.
Israeli-Palestinian tensions have soared recently, with violence at Jerusalem's most sensitive holy site erupting weekly over the past month. Early on Thursday, the Al-Aqsa Mosque was the scene of new unrest when confrontations broke out between the Palestinians and the Israeli police forces at the mosque compound in Jerusalem's Old City. The attacks in Israel and the West Bank region have now been mostly targeting civilians. Prior to Elad, 15 people were reportedly killed, including 3 police officers and a security guard. Israel has responded with arrests and raids in Palestinian towns. At least 40 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli forces since the beginning of the year. We earlier spoke to an expert about the ongoing tensions. We spoke to the United Hatzalah spokesperson, Raphael Porsche, about the recent flare-up in violence for a better understanding of what's happening on ground. Listen in.
As a first responder who's responded to terror attacks such as this one, it is incredibly unfortunate that we're still going through this. Time and again over the last few months, there have been these attacks in a number of places around the country. And it is taking a toll both on the population as well as the first responders. But we're doing everything we can to treat those who are suffering both from the emotional fallouts and stress and trauma of the scene, as well as the first responders who were responding to the scene who are receiving treatment as well. Enable them to build their resiliency back up and go out and help those in need of medical care.
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.